Whoa.
long as these pants are square and this sponge is Bob, I will not let Bikini Bottom down.
Welcome back. So apparently you respawn after falling a very short height in this level, which is kind of strange, but here's what it is. Well, there are like scan lines almost on this thing, but up! Darn it. Confusing buttons. Fun to see. What?
Division control, the launch is a go.
Game? What the heck? You couldn't come up with something a bit more elegant? If you go out of bounds? One, I don't think it was necessary to even prevent you from going out of bounds to the bubble anyways. But it doesn't even pop, it just disappears. Okay. Oh, this is gonna be really different actually now that I don't have the... Because jumping works different in this. You don't stay in the air longer by attacking. Oh, do you? Maybe just a little bit. Also, the coloring here being different. It's almost blinding. Like, I also feel like it's a bit too bright. But I do like how it looks. I do think I should be able to fall a bit further before I respawn, though. Another funny thing to do in this game. Once you want to edit together all of the notes and sequence in this level. See what the music actually sounds like. I don't worry about those shiny objects. As I might like to. I mean, these things stay around for a long time, don't they? They have a cool looking animation when they fall though. Oh, you like break. I like that. That's... Is there usually an abnormally sized gap between some of those? This is just a scale. Some of them are being generous to checkpoints. On hill notes though. I do like... I never really thought much about it, but I do have an appreciation for the amusing idea of platformers making sound in this level. How you're actually moving on the music and whatnot. I do think the Spongebob Dream is one of the better ideas in this game. Whoa. Why are these like bunched up? Because it's where this game gets to really be a video game, I think. Because you can just do whatever you want. You don't need to be restricted by what a Bikini Bottom environment would look like. Like basically everything else. It's really awkward. I know it was kind of weird and unexpected in the original too, but with it controlling your camera not too the way it does, especially how slow I was moving, that was a really awkward section there. I hate how they use this.
You! Patrick needs to do laundry.
Waste my time. Oh, hello. You know, the actual level of references to the show in this portion of the game is lowered a little bit, unfortunately. But I think it's a good compromise between being like Spongebob-y and also, and it's at least, you know, that the characters to it is good. Being Spongebob-y and hello, being good video game material. I mean, with all the other levels that are much more focused on being just Spongebob, I think it's permissible for us to have this one set of levels that deviates a little bit further from what Bikini Bottom is. How in the heck? Okay, even then, how am I supposed to... I remember the jumps here being hard in this particular section, but jeez. Also, those things rotating is also new. Here we go. See, this is what I feel like they should be. They should be evenly spaced. Although them rotating is really messing with me. Jeez. See, this is what I remember it being like. Them rotating, or them being a small distance away from each other like that. I think that what happened was I was in this level long enough, and that messes with the momentum I jump.
Ready for another fantastic
I don't like
day.
that. I think it's cool there's something more interesting going on in these things. Are about to break, but well, that's the best thing to do. I think this spawner eventually falls out of sync for these notes. Like, I think someone should just stand right here where I am here. You can see all the notes that spawn here. You should just wait for a while, and you should see how they change. How they like clump together and whatnot or something. Because I have a feeling they will. Which is not indicative of good design. I don't have any recollection of the original doing that. I think it was pretty regular in the original. So even if the platforms would become desynchronized, it would take a while. But you saw what those yellow platforms were like here a minute ago. Like they were in clumps and they were so far away from each other. I agree, Spongebob. This is nice music. Like you can see they're clumping together now. And then you can see them doing that on the blue track behind me too. This is also a good way to see force with upside down animations. I do wonder if you'd eventually have weird stuff like notes overlapping each other or something if you waited too long. I have a feeling that there's a different spawner on a different timer for each individual track. I did also notice the slightly modified paintings here. Actually, one that I think is new is the handsome one. Yeah, you can see these are getting into bigger and bigger clumps. Oh, I didn't recognize that title animation. Yeah, see, now they're starting to like be side by side. Like you can see some of the platforms inside each other. Or just about climbing each other at the very least on the blue part now. Yeah, look at that! They're starting to overlap. Look at these. Yeah, also, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing that the camera comes back immediately now. Because I like that you can see how the impact of whatever you did in the original for at least a moment. Of course, it did also mean it took long to get control back to Spongebob. I never was sure what that idea was behind that animation that SpongeBob's doing now. Yeah, though, these... the platforms really start to lose any coherence here. How's the scale over here doing? This part looks fine. I don't think that part's getting messed up. But the previous two yellow and blue sections, yeah. Those aren't handling it so well, I don't think. Which is a little unimpressive, but oh well. Hey, that thing really accelerates. Oh, you can see the shadows of the notes on the clouds below it, and everything else on the clouds below. That's really cool. This place is pretty though. And I do not take any issue with them having changed the color. I think I might have made that jump if I hadn't lost momentum from jumping on something that was falling just then. Okay, the timing on this seems awkward. Ah, darn it. I tend to overcorrect because I go further in one direction than I mean to. Yeah, I can time my timing that way. And I can do that! Okay, that's a new discovery. Oh jeez. No! You can also do that! If you use, a bubble bounce, apparently, right before you hit a spring. Game. Okay. Well. It's a good thing we can. We don't get soft watch in this game. I'll probably just like run out the time on this episode. However far I get in this level is however far I get. In the next episode I'll meet you guys back where I was or something like that. If I'm feeling generous and I'm willing to spend a few moments off screen at least. It's weird to me how some of these notes, these yellow notes have tails and others not. Which I mean seems fairly deliberate, but it's just something I'm noticing. I don't know if I should do that or not. I feel like it might have. I don't have much to say at this point either because I've already been looking very closely at everything here and commenting on all of it. I just want to get through this fairly quickly this time, it's looking like. You know, well, so it says save in game when you hit a checkpoint. Does it actually save what checkpoint you're at? Or if I could reload the game to reappear at the checkpoint I was at. I'm not sure that far without following too, which is nice. Again, this is another section that feels really long, in part because I guess it just takes a long time to get through the first time. This is fairly challenging compared to the rest of the platforming in this game. That one platform. Yeah, that one node is really big. But then once you've done it before, it's actually pretty brief. And even looking back on it, there's not that much here. This part's easier if you die and respawn anyways. You jerk! I would have made that jump if I wasn't being pushed back by the platform. It makes me lose momentum for my jump. What you want to do, I guess, is be on the left-hand side. Because that will actually give you momentum instead of making you lose it. Okay. Well, I'll see you guys next time, next episode.